Hi guys, and welcome back to another Shack Time. Today I'm going to be looking at the differences between 3G and 4G when it comes to using network radios. So I've got quite a few devices now, pretty much half are on 3G and half are on 4G. And around the house when I'm connected to Wi-Fi, it makes absolutely no difference at all, obviously, because it uses the Wi-Fi. But what happens when you're out and about? Well, for quite a while I've been using, I'll show you. I've been using this radio tone. Now this is a 3G device. I did a video on this a long time ago, so have a look back at that one if you want to go through the videos I've done. And this is a 3G device. Now this is the F22. It's really good, and it served me well. It's been dropped a few times, got a few dents and a few bangs, but it still works and it's lasted okay. But the only problem I find is that the coverage on 3G is quite poor. It's got quite a lot of black spots where I live for the 3G service. I tend to use them on the EE network. Vodafone has not been too bad, but again, you know, 3G can be quite patchy. So I wanted to move to something which was going to be 4G. I wanted the extra coverage. So I then upgraded. I went to this nice small little device. It's not that different than the radio tone. But this one is the Univar 4G. Again, it's Android. I think I've done a review on this one not so long back. Have a quick look back if you want. And it's nice, it's good, it works really well. And the great thing is it works mainly on 4G where it's available. If there's no 4G, then obviously then it goes on to the 3G network. But for the areas that I've used it, generally it sticks onto 4G, and it sticks on 4G really well. When it has had to go onto 3G, it still worked, it's been good. So comparing the 4G with the old 3G, hands up every time, this is the winner. So I then also got myself this Enisecu, the 5W. Now this is a great radio, I love this. Again, there's been a review on this one, so I'm not going to go into all the details, but you've got a great size screen. It's got a built-in UHF radio as well as Android version 6. So you've got a lot of apps and the Play Store's available on this, and you can you can do pretty much what you can on an ordinary smartphone. So it's an all-in-one, but the only downside is that it's a 3G. Now I've mentioned this before, that there are limitations to 3G mainly for coverage for me. But the 4G, which I've got in here, it's just not as good as this in the sense of having the bigger screen and the all the gubbins that kind of goes with having a bigger screen and a smartphone. So I wanted to see exactly what the differences are. So I've gone for a bit of a test drive, and I've gone to a few locations, done some driving around, and I've been able to identify areas where one has worked and the other hasn't. So have a quick look at this video. Okay, so I'm out and about, just trying out the 3G and 4G networks for the use of Zello. So here I have this device. This is the 3G, so this doesn't do 4G, it's 3G only. Struggling. You can see if you can see the screen, if it'll focus or not, I'm not sure. I've got some 3G service, but no 4G, obviously. Just not connecting. Every time we try to key up, nothing at all. Whereas if I go onto this device, which is 4G, test 1 2, test 1 2, and that's working fine. Test 1 2, test 1 2. So there you go. So same location using Zello. I'm using EE SIM cards in both devices. I've driven to this location where I am in Cannock, going towards Cannock Chase, and for the last sort of 2 minutes I've had no 4G at all. This radio here, the microphone's that side, isn't it? Has just not worked. No joy at all. So what I'll do, I'll drive to my next location and see how that's getting on. So since I've left the house, both these radios have been in the pocket next to me, and I've tried them both transmitting, and the 4G has had no problems getting signal and transmitting and receiving on Zello. No trouble at all. This 3G device though, I'm afraid, only half the time it's worked. Right, okay, let's go to the next location. Okay, so I've pulled up onto Cannock Chase now. Bit of scenery there for you. Now trying out the 3G device again. I've got 3G, couple of blobs tops. You can see that. Can you hear that? Can't get the network. Get me 4G. Oops. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. 4G 2 blobs. 4G 2 blobs. 4G 2 blobs. So both, like I say, on the EE network. Just before I came to this location, a little bit further back, about a quarter of a mile, I was at a bit of a high point, and I did get some 3G, and I did get some feedback from this device, but unfortunately, it didn't last very long. It's one of those things, I guess. Okay, so after seeing that, it'll be interesting to see your thoughts. Okay, so there's only a couple of stops I did for that demonstration there, but it'll be interesting to see what your thoughts are, if you have any problems on 3G or 4G, or if you've noticed any difference yourself. Just want to make it absolutely clear though, I wasn't doing a review on the handsets, so whether I'm using the Uniwa or the AnySecu, that's irrelevant. The point of this was to show the difference between 3G and 4G. So I'm not saying one of these handsets is better than the other, because that's not what it was about. Also, you can have like a little MiFi device. I use this one on 3. This is a 4G device. That one will pick up grey speeds with it being 4G, and that will then provide signal to any of the handsets, whether they're 3G or 4G. And then you take advantage of the really high speeds. So, you know, that's a different thing altogether, really. My Enrico TM7 is connected to the home Wi-Fi. Again, no issues at all. I've had very little problems with latency or anything like that. So that goes to show that it's not really the handsets, it's the carrying the signal that comes through. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, I think, when 5G rolls out properly. I'm a bit surprised 5G's kind of been I'm a bit surprised that 5G's not had more problems with people concerning health scares and everything else, because I know that there are a lot of concerns with 5G. I don't have 5G near me, but I don't think it'll be long the way it's going until it is rolled out into a lot more areas. But interesting to think, you know, the possibilities with 5G though. I mean, we use 3G, 4G for voice, no problems at all. Imagine what it'd be like though with having 5G and being able to just automatically have loads of video conferencing calls and, you know, as well as voice with Zello, having other applications for, you know, video as well. It'll be interesting to see what the developers come up with. Certainly we're going the right way, I think, especially with the AnySecu radio, an all-in-one. What a great idea that is. And any POC device is, I think, certainly a way forward. POC standing for push to talk on cellular. Now, I only learned that a while ago. I didn't realise, you know, sort of what POC stood for. But yeah, it's push to talk over cellular. There's quite a few applications that businesses use and various companies use. And I think it's going to take off in a bigger way as well, especially potentially with the 5G coming out. So let's just see what happens with that. Okay, right. I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover in today's video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know whether you've noticed any differences with 4G or 3G and which systems you operate and use on. And also, what networks. EE is supposed to be one of the better ones, but is it? You know, for this sort of application, maybe Vodafone or O2 or Virgin or something. Might be a little bit better, I don't know. So let me know. Right, okay, going to cut it short now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.